Hey everybody, welcome back to Life Below. It is time for my weekly recap of 911 Lone Star Edition. This is season 1, episode 3, and it was titled Texas Proud. Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna get through this because I am sleepy, okay? It has been a long week and it's just Tuesday, okay? So I'm gonna just get right into it. It starts off with a 911 call. And this boy is trapped in a damn corn, y'all. And so his friend called in. He like, my friend is stuck in the corn or whatever. He was like, he's sinking in. She was like, what are you sinking in? And he was like, corn. So y'all, they on the crew going out to the call or whatever like that. TK like, who plays in some damn corn and gets stuck in the corn? I was like, TK, I would like to know too. So Judd, he informs us that apparently you go in the silo and you stomp on the corn and the corn goes sinking in, but if you get trapped in there, then you pretty much gone. It's like quicksand, he said. And he was saying it was like having because he was saying like if we pull him out too fast or whatever, he could be ripped in half. And TK was like, it's just some corn. And he was like, no, it's like 1,200 cubic feet or cubic something. What did he say? Cubic square? Wait, I don't know, child. But anyway, he said it was like having 4 refrigerators on each limb of your body part. That's some heavy. That's some heavy. That's heavy. So they rush in there. They say he had about 10 minutes or whatever like that. Cat put Judd in charge because Judd is the corn expert and stuff like that. So they go in there. Judd, he running down stuff like, look, don't step on the corn. Step on these little platforms. So they stepping on the platforms there. And it was going smooth. He had everybody had the little harnesses on. They had the platforms. They laid the platforms down. They was like, don't step on the corn. They was stepping on the platforms. They was getting over there to the guy. They put these little things. First they put the little tube thing, when you like and the lifesaver type thing. They put that around him, told him hold on to that. Then they put these metal things around him. They put something in there to suck the corn out. So they were sucking the corn because if they made an air pocket, he would get sucked in and boom, he would be dead. So everything going good. Everybody cheering and stuff like that. Child, why I learned her name, Miami. I was calling her Miami, but her name is Majan or Majan, something like that. So her line pop. So her harness pop, y'all. I scream so freaking loud. Her harness pop. She goes sinking into the goddamn going core. TK like, Majan. Everybody screaming, no, get her. So he like, I can get her, hold my hand. Judd like, no, don't do that. He pops his dang harness off. He like, what are you doing? You cannot do that. So then he hooked himself back up. Judd like, what are you doing? She was like, oh my God, help me, what am I supposed to do? TK trying to reach for her. He don't grab her, or he do grab her, but she going in fast or whatever. TK going with her. Judd on the thing like, cat, they sunk in or whatever like that. Y'all gotta cut it open. So they start cutting it open and stuff like that. And my thing is, they should have, like my girlfriend said, they should have been did that because they ain't know how it was gonna go. It was going, if they was gonna be able to pull the boy out or whatever. But anyway, Judd tell him like, look, let go of the little lifesaver thingy. Because if you hold on to that, you're gonna get ripped in half. So you need to hold your breath and go when I say go. So they get the thing open. He told him go. He held his breath, slid down there into the little corner, whatever like that. Everybody get down there safely. Majan, she pop up, long, beautiful black hair. She get up, but her hijab is off or whatever. Hajib, is it hajib? Hijab? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But it came off. So all her beautiful hair is hanging out and it's blowing in the wind. Pro be like, oh wow. I mean, cause she's a beautiful girl with it and without it. But like her hair is blowing in the wind and stuff. Somebody was recording. Of course, somebody got a phone. They recording something, child. So they getting it on there. And I thought it was decent of the team too, because she was like, "Oh my God, my hijab came on. Oh my God." So she go looking for it. They put a barrier around it. They was like build a wall. So they built a wall because it was like she was naked or whatever without her thing. So I thought that was pretty dope how they did that. And then she, fixed herself. They in the fire truck going back to the station. She like, you think somebody got that where my Haji came on? He was like, oh yeah, they got that. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be epic. I was like, Proby, no. And so she was like, yeah, like an epic failure or whatever like that. So they get back to the station. Judd, he going off. He like tap on TK. Y'all, let me talk to you for a second. He going off on TK because he like, you disobeyed the order. You like some little pretty boy. You want to do what you want to do. Like and TK was like, well, I just went on instant. Judd, like, on instant on what? Silo training? You had that up in New York? Like, come on now. He told me I was in charge and stuff. And TK, like, but you ain't my pappy. You ain't the captain and stuff like that. He was like, yo, what? It must be nice being first in line and coming down here following your pappy and all this other stuff. So they going back and forth. They get into, like, a little fist fight. Not a fist fight, but, like, a little push and shove type jank. I still don't know his name. Chicago. We're gonna call him Chicago because I don't know what is his name. He break it up and he like, what's going on here? They was like, we just having a discussion. He was like, yeah, with a whole bunch of explanation points or whatever. And so TK, he walk away and Chicago like, Jay, what is you doing, man, or whatever. So then we see TK. He go to a bar. I said, TK, don't relapse over this. It's not that serious. But he didn't. But he goes to the bar. These two dudes, they hollering at the barkeeper. Jesus. The bartender to come or whatever. She was straight ignoring them. I hate when that happens. You be like, you don't see me? Whatever. But so TK, he come up and they all like, what is you doing, princess? Like, whatever. He was just like, I just need a mineral water. The bartender come over or whatever because he cute in the face. So she come over there, oh, anything you want, dear. I'm like, girl, he don't even want you. But anyway, he started trouble with the people talking about it ain't that she ain't see you. She just ain't see but she liked her. Some foolishness. So they get mad because he didn't call them ugly. So they start fighting and stuff like that. He get arrested, of course, by Carlos with his cute little self. Carlos, it's like, what is you doing? Like, the people, they not going to press no charges on you or whatever like that. And since your blood alcohol level came back 0.00, you can't be arrested for drunken disorder or something like that. TK finally tell him, but she should have told him before that he just had like a bad breakup or he was saying he just had a bad breakup, like a toxic, like a big, like on a 10 out of 10 scale, whatever, breakup. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, I'm sorry, guys, something's going on my shoulder. So then he was like, and then I relapsed. And he was like, oh, you relapsed with me? He was like, no, like on substances. He was like, oh, no. That's why you had kind of flipped out when I offered you the champagne. I'm sorry, dude. Like, he was like, no, it ain't your fault. I should have told you. Duh, TK. But anyway, they had like a cute little moment or whatever like that. And, TK is basically saying he feel numb and he needs some excitement. I'm like, you a firefighter. How much more damn excitement do you need, TK? But anyway, they kind of ended it right there for now. Then we see another 911 call. Child. It's a steak eating contest. When I saw this, when it first came on, I was like, somebody gonna have a whole goddamn heart attack. It was a 96 ounce, like the steak was this thick, that is too much meat. So it's this big dude, like he big, he a big dude. And then it's like this little skinny lady, she like this big, like a whole twig out this piece. Her and him, they going toe to toe, and the winner get like free steaks for life, and then get on this wall of something. I forgot what the wall was called. Was it wall of shame, wall of steak, wall of something? So they get their picture up there for eating the whole steak. Child, they eating the steak. Big dude look like he finna pass out at any moment. I said, is he gonna be the one who have a heart attack? Cause he was sweating. He was like, I was like, what? It just stopped eating the damn steak. But whatever. He eat the steak. He drinking the stuff. Then he looked like he's about to choke on the steak. Cause I was like, oh no, somebody gonna choke on it. So I thought that was it. But no, he ain't choke. He had just coughed it up. She was like, you gotta eat it all, honey. That's the rules. So he go eat it, and then he got this big piece of fat. And then he was just like, I quit. Because the skinny girl, she was just like, what? She was tearing the steak up like it was just like nothing or whatever. And she just eating. He looked over. She wasn't sweating nothing. She was throwing back them pitchers of water or whatever like that. But she wasn't sweating or nothing. He looked like he's finna die. So he just quit. So she won because she ate all the steak. Next thing you know, she cheering. Yeah. Bam! She busted her head on the table. I said, oh, she busted the hell out of that. So she busted her head on the table, fall out on the floor. The lady calling security. I'm like, what's security finna do? But anyway, they call EMS. Michelle pop up and they trying to figure out what's going on. Like her blood pressure, it was 90/60. Her heart rate was 114. What else? And they was like, what's going on? She looked like she was pregnant. Her belly was all distended and stuff like that. And they was like, you pregnant, honey? She was like, nah, this gotta go. They was like, oh no, her bladder distended. And she was like, was she drinking all this water? She was like, yeah, she was throwing them back. She got hyponatremia. Her belly all, her child, she ain't peed because she drinking all that damn water. So they got the, because she done washed out all her fluids drinking all that freaking water. Then her kidneys all, whatever. Her bladder, her bladder was full. And so they put a catheter in there. The man was like, you shouldn't do that. When we just put it in the rig, if you do it right here, we're going to be liable. Michelle like, I don't care about none of that. We're going to do this. So they put the catheter in. So then the catheter bag filling up quick. Boom, boom, boom. Because it needed to release. And it couldn't release because the bladder starts spazzing. I'm about to say kidney. Michelle was like, I gotta slow this down. Let me just do this and move the tube. Child, she somehow moved the catheter. Piss start flying all over the damn place. But the lady was finally relieved or whatever like that. But they gonna have to get her to the hospital and then give her some fluids and all that other good stuff. But she gonna be fine. They was just basically like, her pride got in the way because she wanted to finish that steak and all this other stuff. So she messing up her body. And then all that steak. And then you want free steaks for like, that's nasty. After that, I wouldn't want no steak. I want, the sight of meat would just disgust me. Like, But anyway, we see Carlos and Michelle, they talking. They going through a list of all these blue trucks. It's got to be like a billion, zillion blue trucks on this list that she going through. So Carlos pretty much like, won't you go talk to the dude, Dustin, the ex-boyfriend, and see what she says. She like, oh, you want me to break the restraining order and stuff. And he was like, you want to do it anyway? So why not ask for some information? She like, like, what? And then she couldn't even like fathom the idea that she may have been wrong, that he really ain't murdered her sister. So she was just like, well, what if I was wrong about the nah, he did it. And so Carlos was like, you letting pride get in the way, you just need to swallow your pride or whatever. And she was like, I'd rather what she say, I'd rather eat glass. Did she say I'd rather swallow glass and drink beer or whatever? And Carlos was just looking at her like, But then he was just like, what about me though? I'm in this friendship too. So he was having like a whole conversation with himself, like, hey Carlos, how you doing? Well, what's going on in your life, Carlos? You been dating somebody new? Ain't friendship great? So she realized that she was just, all the focus was on her for the last few episodes and, days and weeks and stuff. So she finally asked him what was going on. He tells her about how he then fell and he whipped. Okay, he is in love with some TK, and TK cute, so I ain't mad at him. But he basically like, he got feelings for him, and but he don't know if he wanna pursue or ask TK for out or whatever like that. And she was like, well, what are you just talking to me about pride? And he was like, whatever, girl, whatever, because he said he wanted to go on a date with him or like that. So she basically said, won't you go on and swallow your pride and ask him on a date? We at the station, they showing it was like a little clip, a little short little thing where they were showing a video of Mahjong with her hair all flowing and stuff, because of course, like I said, somebody did the video, but they got it all in slow motion and stuff. And they got little comments talking about something. They're going to be right back. They're going to set their house on fire. And they want mouth to mouth from her and all this other stuff. She uncomfortable. And Proby, he don't really get it. He like, well, what's the problem? Like, my dentist, she Muslim and she don't wear no hijab or whatever. And she like, it's, it's more than that to me. It's like a heritage thing. Like my mom, my sister, they told me to be proud, not be proud, be proud, and where like represent or whatever, pretty much. And he was like, oh, okay, so I see what you're saying. Like, not Spider-Man, Superman without his cape, because without his cape, he ain't really, Superman. He just my man in tights. And him in Chicago going back and forth. I was just like, really? I was with goddamn Majan. Like, I cannot stand y'all right now. Like, y'all, for real, we really having this conversation. But anyway, we see Michelle. She finally go talk to Dustin. He like, what is you doing here? Like, you coming at my job? Like, for real? This is old school and stuff. She like, look, I'm not here to fight. I really just want to talk to you and stuff. And I just want to tell you I'm sorry and that I've been acting crazy, but this is my sister and stuff. And what do you expect me to do? Like, I'm really sorry that I came to you like this. And he was like, I done lost 2 jobs. I done lost relationships because you done called me a murderer for the last 3 years and I ain't did nothing. And so then she was like, I know, but like, I heard that she was last seen with somebody with a blue car. He was like, what? Like, who told you that? Like, your neighbor. So now you're harassing my neighbor? She's like, no, I'm not harassing your neighbor. I just need information. What do you know? And he ain't want to tell her. He want to be like this whole asshole and stuff. And because she had said something about she was my sister. He was like, well, like you using past tense right now. So that's a start. I said, oh, that's not nice. That's not cool, Dustin. That's not cool at all. She just want help. And she like... I can understand where she's coming from. Of course, she was doing it all wrong, calling that man a murderer and all that other stuff. But she lost her sister, so she's not really thinking straight and all that other stuff. So he should have like some kind of empathy for her and to realize like what she's doing or why she's doing what she's doing or whatever like that. But anyway, he walked off. She called him a bastard. He walked off calling the cops, talking about he want to report her stalker. I said, oh, he's an ass. We see Cap. He at the clinic. He getting his chemo treatment. There's some guy beside him. He asking him all these questions like, what you here for? Cap like cancer. The man like, duh. What kind? Pancreatic, colon, what? Bone, liver. He naming all the cancers. So he was like, well, I'm here with lung cancer, stage 1B. He was like, oh, that ain't good. With me, I got bone cancer, stage 4, And so he was just talking and asking him about, if he told anybody and stuff, because he was a coach on like a basketball or football team or something like that. And he was saying when he told his team, they started crying, but they won the game or whatever. And Kat was basically saying he hasn't told anybody yet because he don't want to worry them because they have their own things to kind of worry about and then saving the city and town or whatever. So he was like, you can't be a hero by yourself. You like cancer multiplies. You gotta have people around you. You need your team around you to, pray, take care of you, help you through this or whatever. Like you can't be a lone hero against cancer. And I agree. Like I don't like when people do that. Like if you sick and stuff, I understand it's hard to tell your family and stuff like that. But don't be trying to fight stuff alone. Like that's why you got family and friends that help you with stuff. Like he need to tell, and he especially need to tell TK. Like, oh my goodness, Cat. And he was just basically like, you can't let your pride get in the way of you, being surrounded by your family and friends and stuff like that. We see my John. She went to the mosque, and she like before she was like cleaning herself and stuff, and then putting her shoes up. And this girl or whatever, she gonna call her hashtag fire girl or something foolishness. And she was basically telling her like she needed to find a new mosque because the people there was saying that she had a lack of modesty. I was like, what? I was so confused because her hijab came off that one time. Like, the ladies, she ain't butt naked or whatever. I don't know if she was talking about because she always going viral or something, or she was talking about her attire. I was confused on that one. So if somebody watched the show and understands what she was talking about, please let me know because I thought it was crazy. Next we see this dude, he driving. Child, he see some fine girl or whatever. He looking over there at her. I said, oh Lord, he about to crash. But he didn't. Somebody crashed into him. Child, this girl then fell from the damn seventh floor on top of his goddamn car. So of course the fire team come out because he called 911 talking about somebody fell. He thinks she jumped and stuff. They get there. I was like, oh, she did. Her dang on leg was like this. It looked gross. And she was alive. She was like talking and stuff. So they putting a collar on her, and they tried to move her, and then they was like, "Oh no, her legs are shattered and stuff." So she started talking about some my what she say, I'm dead or my life is over or some foolishness she said, and she was like, where is Michael or whatever? And he was like, Michael, what's going on with that? So they was like, well, what floor she come out of? That's an apartment. And the lady was like, that's her apartment right there. They go upstairs, and what happened? So then they go upstairs. Cap and Carlos, they go upstairs. They go in her apartment. She got her ring light. She got the phone. He was like, oh, she wasn't asking about no Michael. She was asking about where her phone was. Y'all, let me tell you how this fool was recording herself, I guess for YouTube or something. She talking about something. She the finest yoga instructor, and she gotta step her game up and do different stuff. This fool goes on her balcony backwards, talking about she doing the possum, and she go hanging off the dang balcony and fall. I said, that's what she get. Why would you do that? Why? What? For why? For what? The seventh floor. We don't know what happened to her. I'm pretty sure she gone. Because she was just... Anyway. We see Cap. He left... Why would you go on your balcony and just hang off the back? On the... Why? I got a question. Why? Just that's all I want to know. Why? Just why? Just why? I hope they did not pull that from the headlines, because you know sometimes they pull these 911 stories from the headlines. I hope they did not pull this from the headlines, because that would just be retarded. Yes, I said it. I really did. Cap is lifting 225 pounds. He's struggling. Jude come in, he help him. TK like 225 pounds, Dad. Yo, you usually, blow that. Like, what's going on with you? He was like, oh, I'm just having a rough day. I'm like, oh my goodness, why don't you tell your son, Cap, you doing too much with me. Then we see they at the little juke joint, at the little salon or whatever, that little favorite area. And it was different little people, Cap and Michelle, they throwing back tequila shots and talking about what happened with Dustin. And Cap like, maybe he'll come around and stuff like that. She was like, well, what? And he was like, maybe he'll come around. I said, oh Lord, Cap gonna do something stupid. Then we see TK, he in the corner, he giving Jude the death stare. And Jude's wife like, well, what's going on with the captain son? Why he staring at you? Like he trying to kill you or something like that. He tells him like, look, I told him that he was a pretty boy, who was privileged, and that's what I told him. And she was like, you told him? Why would you tell him that, Judge? He was like, well, somebody need to tell him. And she was like, and it had to be you. Yeah. She said, well, did you get your point across? No. So she tell him to apologize, basically. Then we see TK and Carlos. They over there throwing darts and stuff like that. And TK, he in his feelings because he ain't never been talked to like the way Judd talked to him and stuff like that. So Carlos feeling some type of way. He like, yo, if I was a jealous man or insecure man, I'd feel some type of way that you keep talking about some man. He was like, well, I ain't never been talked to like that before. And he ain't need to talk to me like that. And so Carlos ain't really say nothing. He was like, oh, so you agree with him? He was like, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Then we see Chicago over there talking to Marjan, and she was basically telling him that she was about to be kicked out the mosque because she was prideful and ashamed or something like that. And he was like, well, do you like that mosque and stuff? And she was like, yeah, I did. He was like, well, don't let them throw you out or whatever like that, just because you got some pride about yourself, and you just walk in there with your hijab on and be like, what, bitches, or whatever. He didn't say all that, but that was his movement. And then I think that was it in the salon, y'all. Let me make sure. Yep. Then we see Cat. Of course, he did something stupid. He went over there to Dustin's house and he was talking real calm to him or whatever at first, and Dustin was like, "Yo, is you drunk?" Because Cat was rattling on about his ex-wives and how he agreed on how Dustin handled Michelle because sometimes women do this. He was just rambling, and so next thing we know, Cat throws up. I said, Lord. He threw up all on that man's shoes in his porch. Then Justin, he pushed him or whatever like that. Cat sobered up quick, choked that man up, and was like, look, you being a dick, and she just wants some information about her sister. She lost her sister, man. Like, come on. Have some compassion and give her the information that she need, basically. And then he strolled off. Jude... it's the next day. We back in the fire station. Jude talks to TK. He was basically telling them like how, he lost his brothers or whatever like that. Everybody in the I'm sorry, y'all, my back is killing me. The people in the 126 died in front of him and stuff like that. So he was telling them about like how he sees them when he sleep, how he see them when he awake, and he got PTSD or whatever. So he was basically telling TK this, and he was like, I didn't yell at you because of that. I was yelling because I want you to be safe and whatever. And so TK apologized and was like, yo, I just want to say thank you for talking to me like that. No one has ever talked to me like that. But look, don't be telling because Judd was like, okay, well, you my brother, man. He was like, yeah, but you can't be saying that I'm the captain's son or whatever, because you his son too, since we bros or whatever. And so he was like, all right, man, all right. And so then, what's her face? Chicago and Proby, they was laughing at him and stuff like that. That was real cute. So they made up and stuff like that. Then we see Cap, he's talking to Michelle. He tells Michelle how he ran into Dustin. And she like, oh my God, why would you do that? Like, he can press charges against us. And he was like, well, you ain't doing that. Who's going to believe that? I said, even when she yelling, she ain't even loud. Oh my God, she talks so soft. And so then when they talking, Dustin woke up. Cap like, what's going on? They go in Michelle and Dustin go upstairs and stuff. And she was basically like, look, I had nothing to do with that last night. Like, I didn't even know he was going to be over there. And he was just like, all right, whatever. They sit down. He was like, I don't like you. I have never liked you. But she was like, well, why are you here? He was like, well, I just wanted to tell you about your sister, but I don't know if you're ready to hear about her. And she was like, well, surprise me. So he tell her that, the sister was nice at first, and then she started changing. She started hanging around people that he didn't know, and she started doing all this stuff and whatever. And he was started feeling guilty and stuff. And then she was basically like, well, she called me several times that night and I didn't answer. And what else? Something else happened. I can't even remember what happened. But anyway, they kind of like made up and apologized to each other and stuff like that. And I think they hugged at the end. And Cat was watching and stuff, and so he saw what was going on. He had like some weird little face on him. I was just like, Cat, be falling for Michelle? That would be cute. I think that would be real cute. But anyway, next we see another 911, a potential 911 call coming up. It was they was talking about the storm. Like, the storm came in quick because it was supposed to come in like the next couple of days, but it came in that night. And so this lady, she driving, and it's pouring down rain, and she can barely see. And then she started driving underneath these trees, and the trees just blowing in the wind and stuff like that, and then it cut off. So it's finna be a whole big storm next week, and I think they're gonna lose a couple people because with the previews, it was like some sad moments and stuff. So we'll see. All right, y'all, that is it for this episode. I gave y'all a cute little almost 30-minute review. I hope y'all enjoy it. I apologize for talking fast, but like I said, I am tired and my back is just like burning. So I'm gonna go lay down. I will see y'all tomorrow, which is Wednesday, for Black Ink Crew Chicago and Sisters. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please share it. If you know a couple people who watch these shows, go and share it with them so they can get a little laugh or whatever. And until next time, y'all.